Hi, Chris from the Lincoln Institute. Well, we're really excited to introduce you to our Emerging Leaders program. Now, this is our greatest innovation since starting Lincoln, and we know that it is going to bring enormous value to the entire veterinary industry. Now, we want to talk firstly about some of the challenges that you may face on a daily basis, and then explore how the Emerging Leaders training program will address these and more. Here is just a handful of them. When hiring new staff, what questions should I ask in the interview? How do I know this is the right person for the team? I've never been good at picking the right people. I have conflict amongst team members and I don't know how to deal with it effectively. Many team members lack accountability. Despite committing to complete tasks, they simply don't get them done. No matter how careful I am, constructive feedback is always taken personally. Trust has been lost and I don't have a clue how to rebuild it. I've never been good at listening and my team sometimes tell me that they don't like it. Meetings lack structure and the same things are repeated over and over again. I recognise the need to sit down with team members and review their progress, but there simply isn't time. And even if there was, I don't have a structure or system that works. It's important and hard to retain staff, and the best ones are the first to leave if things aren't going well or they don't feel like they're progressing. How do I get people to work to their strengths, and what does that even mean? How do I get my team to be more resilient to setbacks? We want to implement change, but all we get is pushback. I've got a great team of high-performing individuals, but how do I get them working effectively together? I've spent a fortune on consultants telling me what to do to make my practice successful, but I can't get anyone to execute on it. There's a practice opening up down the road, but how do I differentiate so that I don't lose clients or staff? I'm great at what I do, but who do I turn to help me understand my numbers? Should I sell equity to my senior vet or risk losing them to another practice? What questions should I ask to see if I want to go into partnership with this person? And if I decide that I don't want to go into partnership, how do I have that conversation without losing them completely? And how do I negotiate to buy the practice from the landlord? If it sounds exhausting, it's because it is, and welcome to the world of leadership. Many practice owners recognize the need for training in these and many other aspects of leadership, but they lack the time or knowledge on what to train their team on to get results. The training doesn't last. No sooner have you got everyone G'd up and they forget what it is that you agreed on. And training is expensive. The hidden costs of closing the practice and taking people off-site are extremely high. And it's hard to train your own team. You're respected in your field of expertise, but this doesn't qualify you to teach another, especially the field of leadership. So let me explain how Emerging Leaders works and how it addresses these challenges. The training is delivered virtually, using the latest in technology and into the comfort and convenience of your practice. No travel and no extended practice downtime. All you need is a computer, a monitor, a speaker, and an internet connection. You probably have all of these already. Each month, a new leadership topic is introduced via a 60-minute live and interactive webinar that is repeated 4 times throughout the month at different time slots in order to provide as much flexibility as possible in order to maximize attendance. At the start of the program, each team member receives their own high-quality binder and a private login to the Emerging Leaders University-style website that provides every member of your team with access to watch an introductory video on the respective topic and download any pre-reading. In the first week of each month, each team member will receive their own workbook notes and so build their course material to be able to refer to and consolidate their learning. The practice will also receive a facilitator's guide. Although the training is run by our expert facilitators, we encourage each practice manager to assist on site, and this guide is the same course notes with additional information in the margin that will enable the individual practice leader to know how various activities should be run. At certain times throughout the training, individual team members using their mobile phones will poll certain questions, and these results will show up on the screen. In this way, it is 100% confidential what is discussed within your team. However, you also get to share insights with other teams who will be online at the same time as you. Each team member will receive a Lincoln Leadership Certificate at the end of the first 12 months to acknowledge their newly acquired skills. During each session, there'll be an opportunity to reflect on the previous session. Finally, EL is a great way for your team to accumulate CPD points. Okay, that's how it works. Now let's take a look at the Emerging Leaders Promise. Our promise is to increase individual engagement, retention and productivity. And we'll do this by providing every Emerging Leaders participant with the skills to be accountable, resilient, self-motivated, clear on their direction and contribution to the practice, aware of how to work effectively with others, how to contribute effectively in meetings, how to find and work to their strengths, and how to take and give feedback without taking or causing offence. And finally, how to be more accepting of change. When we deliver on this promise, we will double your quality of life at the practice. Having all of this delivered on a technology-based platform that your team will relate well to and delivered by credible external facilitators is key to ensuring that every member of your team can be trained in the most cost-effective way possible. No extended downtime through travel. And the frequency of training sessions ensure that the learnings are not forgotten over time. The monthly membership price is displayed below, but don't forget, this is for your entire practice, no matter how many people in your team. For many, this is less than $30 per month per team member, and the cost of training one team member, including travel, accommodation, lost income, is 10 times this, and it's often only a once-off training session that is lost over time. The cost of not training them? Let's not even go there. We'll send you more information following your registration, but this is, make no mistake, an absolute game changer and we can't wait to see you there. Getting your team to execute the many ideas that you know need to happen when you're not watching is the key to Emerging Leaders' success. If you don't see a return on your investment, then you can pull out at any time and simply stop paying. The only risk you face is the practice down the road from you, staying on the program, and then building a more engaged, accountable and effective team. The next step then is to click on the link below and register your practice. We look forward to welcoming you into the Emerging Leaders community and truly making a massive difference in your practice.